全年一は断続して我が艦隊の行動を逐一司令部に報告しています。
第二艦隊は行き先も。
First, before the review, give you a little history about the Japanese Type 99 Arisaka. The original design for the receiver dates back to the Type 30 Arisaka, which came out in 1902, around 1903. But a little history back on the Type 99 that's kind of funny is that when the Japanese first came out for this rifle in 1939, they were originally supposed to upgrade from the 6.5 Japanese Type 38 Arisaka on it. They were trying to come up with more oomph power for the 6.5 cartridge, so they came up with the 7.7 for it. But it was kind of funny for it, because even though they produced well over 1 million of the Type 99s, is that it never replaced the 6.5. So they went from the old-fashioned long rifle Type 38 to the carbine model, which I don't have sadly, but it's also supposed to be known for one of the most rifles ever made that has the most gizmo gadgets that really didn't actually help it out there. It has anti-aircraft sights located on it. These are meant to be able to shoot down US F6F or F4F Hellcats just to give you kind of a little more boost on it. What you would do is that you line these little pips right here with the front sight and you kind of lead the target with it, but honestly, you're not going to do nothing against something that has well over 1.5 inches of armor on it. It also was issued with a dust cover, which I do have an original right here, but these were often discarded because they made a lot of noise on it, but I found out that it actually helps the action a lot better, and it does actually do its purpose on it. The earlier ones that have that, they have, this is all milled back here. It's more of a nice little, and this is the safety knob. The Arisaka has a weird safety knob, is in order to do it, rifle is cocked, but in order to do it, instead of be like a Mauser that you just flip right here, or the Enfield you push a button, you gotta push in on the knob and rotate it in. As you can see, it clips onto right there, the little knob, but when you push up on it, and you gotta twist it, that little knob that you see right there, it's ready to fire. Just like the regular Mauser on it, last round ejected, it'll hold the bolt there. And what's unique about this rifle compared to the United States ones and even Lee Enfields is that these barrels on here are actually chrome line barrels, and I'm pretty sure you can see some of the chroming, but give you a little better view of it. Probably not the best of light to see it, but get the idea on it. See how it's kind of like a little bit flash right around the bottom of the barrel? That's actually chrome lined on. That's pretty advanced, and this was Japan at the time. And we think they'd be inferior to it, but this is supposed to be one of the strongest action of all the Mauser family out there. And next, I'm going to compare this rifle to a Japanese last ditch one, and hopefully show you that there are some last ditch rifles out there that are around $150, $125 that are actually pretty good and safe to shoot. Now some people say don't shoot them, but I'll explain that in the next vid. The dust cover is on right now, as you can see. It's all the way back, and you see how the rattle. That's the rattle on it, but all the way back. You can still access to use stripper clips right here, which I do have a couple of them, but I don't have them with me right now. But people say that it's really hard, that it's really loud. It isn't all that loud. I mean, compared to the action, what this thing actually does make the noise without the action. Here, let me get the other one out. Compared to what this one actually does with the sound of the action on it, here's the other one. Hear that? That's pretty loud. Even without the dust cover on it. But I found out the dust cover actually does help out the action a lot. It acts a lot smoother now. Just listen to it. I really do like it, but it's good. I like it. It came with a good dust cover on it, and that's basically how the dust cover is. So the rumors about it being loud, it's just a matter of opinion on it. I found out that the action's just as loud as without the dust cover on it, so it's 50-50 on it. But as you can see, the safety knob, instead of being finely milled like the other Arisaka I have, it's just been crudely spot welded and time conserving on it. The tang still is the same as before, and there's the legendary nailed in butt plate that everybody always talks about. But this stock is actually kind of funnier. It's kind of in better condition than my other one, but this one, it just had time taken out. And if I can get the front sights, if you can look down it, it's basically just a little peep through sight that you can see. Just a little pip right through there. That's all you get to aim your target with. No elevation, no nothing, no anti-aircraft sights. Just simple, cheap, and this is about as basic as you can get a rifle to shoot safely. But this one costed $150. The guy did have it for $125, but I talked him down to $150 on it. And what you want to look out for if you're getting a last ditch rifle and you want one that's actually pretty good that isn't going to blow up in your face, pay attention to how the front sights are made. You see the later ones, they're only, here I'll use my thumb to kind of block it out, they'll just have the little pip right in the middle. They won't have the two little sight posts next to the little pip right there. And those, watch out for those mean the barrel has definitely been taken a lot of time that's out. This one's actually made from several different parts. This was put together that you might want to call Frankenstein, but check the right around the receiver area to see if there's any fractures or anything going on right there. A good one right here, this is what you want to look out. This is the one that you want to look for if you want a good cheap Arisaka, but you don't have the $450 to go out and buy a nice one, which that's how much the nice ones are running for now. The other thing, this bolt right here does not match the rifle. I repeat, it does not match the rifle, so don't all flip out thinking that I'm going to shoot this and blow up with it. But look at the bolt too. This style of bolt, watch out for. And basically short, this isn't the worst one. This is the probably you do not want to buy, is that this back part right here will be higher from this part. And it won't even be grounded down a little bit. You see on the end part it's kind of grounded down. If you want to look one, pay close attention to the tang area. If one has actually had time before, when they're starting to do the last stitch at the beginning of it, pay close attention to the tang area right around the grip. Because most of the ones that are actually good for last stitches will have a good tang to it, they'll have a good stock to them. Even though people say look out for them, they're still pretty good rifles. Now the ones you want to stay clear from are the ones that are missing a huge chunk of wood or something right around the tang area. And no one carved that out. It didn't get busted by some mortar or anything. They got so crudely innovation on it, is that get it as fast as out as you can, and then look how you see the stock area right around here is pretty well rounded off and sanded off. And no one's touched this rifle. He said his grandpa brought it back from the war. Check to see right around the grip area. If it's nice and smooth, that shows that it's had good time on the stock, and then it has good time on the metal round. Bolt does not match, but the bolt actually fits pretty good for it. The dust cover, you won't really see a lot of those on it. And another thing you want to check out for the receiver on some of these that I do not, and I cannot stress this the most, do not buy the ones that do not have the dust cover etched inside of their receiver on it. That means is that these were made all the way up until late 44, early 45, then right around 45, around February and March is when they stopped doing that. And those are unsafe to shoot. If they don't have the dust cover cut out inside of them, do not buy them, do not shoot them unless you want to end up having no face left and in the hospital. And this is a Type 22 series. You can see that it's a 5-digit one. Series 22, and this was Nagoya. And mum's intact, and you can see it does not have the 99T. That's what it actually is, instead of being T99 right there. But crude sights, crude bolt, but still this is a good shooter. It's got good rifling,